Hi guys, Freddy here. Welcome back to the desktop for another retro RPG. And this week I would like to present this, The Universal Brotherhood, a combined sourcebook and adventure for Shadowrun by Nigel D. Findlay, a fantastic author and games designer who was taken from us way too young at the age of only 35, shortly after this was released. This is the introduction of the Universal Brotherhood into Shadowrun, and this is an organization which worships insect spirits. In the Shadowrun world, as magic is increasing, more and more creatures are coming into the world, and insect spirits are one of the more dangerous ones. They are creatures which infest the bodies of humans and hatch out hybrids. They are very much based on aliens out of the Alien movies. You get grabbed, you get cocooned, you get implanted with a spirit which hatches out into one of these bug forms. And the Universal Brotherhood is a religious cult where poor people and drug addicts and all that join the Universal Brotherhood because they hear it improves people's lives, but it improves their lives because they get inhabited by spirits, because some of them come out as, I believe they're called true forms, where they look human. They just have a slight odd insecty look to their eyes. And that is where they're getting their inner peace and their success from, that they are now part of an insect hive. But this sourcebook came out in 1990, and I absolutely adore it. It's one of my favourite Shadowrun books. Let's have a wee flick over to the back cover, first of all. Unlock the potentials of your mind and body. Turn your back on the shallow and mundane. Join the Universal Brother and be a part of something wonderful. Who are the Brotherhood? Possibly the largest humanitarian organization in the world? To the grime-encrusted inhabitants of the sprawl, they are a shining ray of hope in an otherwise hopeless world. This is their way out of the darkness, their key to personal fulfilment and understanding. They are on every corner, they knock on every door, they want to save you. The Universal Brotherhood is a sourcebook and adventure for Shadowrun. Now, someone has been on the inside of the Brotherhood. The objectives and purpose of the Brotherhood have been exposed. Some of the questions are answered, but the truth is even more chilling. Play at your own risk. And inside we have Missing Blood, an adventure by Chris Kabasic. I don't quite know how to pronounce that. Sorry, Chris, if you're out there. It's a very good adventure, but it involves this book. We've also got a sheet advertising the Games Master screen. No, it would just appear to be the cover from the Games Master screen, which has got mixed in here. Oops, sorry. And this is the bulk of it. It's a much heavier book, it's much thicker than the adventure, and it's in the form of an expose. It details a couple of reporters, much like the ones which exposed Nixon, who are investigating this religious cult, and they find that the insect spirits are in charge. So we have this Be All You Can Be, and it's a Universal Brotherhood leaflet. Now, get in touch with the power inside you. We can help. Join us. Building a better tomorrow. And then as we open it up, it's going to be a bit awkward because it opens up the style. And we start with Shadowland. So, the source of many pieces of material in the Shadowrun universe. And information being uploaded. My name is Zeb Wanderley. I'm a dead man and I know it. I've written dozens of articles about people who are out of sanction and beyond salvage. I'm talking about people, Shadowrunners, mostly who'd be killed because they knew too much. And we go through, and it enters his report, where him and his partner start investigating the Universal Brotherhood, and they get the background information on them, various communications between them, as they sneak inside and get more and more information. Californians have been known for their flavor of the week, so we've got background articles as they do their research. What we got here? Messages between them. Tell me what Julie had to say. She says the Brotherhood is recruiting on the streets. What else we got here? It says they're like the Moonies. And these are in the form of basically computer printouts. They're terribly out of date now, but when this came out in 1990, this looked like it was official sort of printout of stuff. Interviews with people. It's just all background information with hints as the story slowly comes out. The psychologist Young called it the collective unconsciousness. Dr. O'Connell called it the universal brotherhood. That's where we get our name. That's what we're trying to teach people. So background interviews as they flesh out their story. What else we got in here? Transcript of interview, more people. I sort of react to them being a bit odd. Rick, don't go weird on me, chummer. Before you run off and join the Brotherhood, I've got 2 things you might want to know. How they went into an ordinary meeting. What else we got here? There is a lot of text. I'm not really getting to show you much, and I don't want to read out pages of text. But it's this report as they go through, as they get into it, as they discover more things. Hear about Shadowrunners trying to break in and getting slaughtered, and they wonder how a religious cult has managed to absolutely slaughter some heavily armed and ready Shadowrunners. Different towns where the Brotherhood has been taking over. But it builds up as a sort of conspiracy theory, and we start to where they find bodies connected with it. What else we got here? Lots and lots of text, but it is a story. Nigel D. Finley is a very skilled author, and as this comes out, it's actually reminiscent to me in style of the Carrie novel by Stephen King. How it tells its story through news reports and interview transcripts, and this is very much in the same style. It's obviously a lot shorter, but we can see the bodies are different. You can just make out the mandibles on the insect head of those, but they've repeated those pictures and clarified them as the pages go on. They discover about Queen Euphoria, which was a previous adventure which had insect spirits on it, and we can see a vague picture with the antenna as they discover more. Pictures inside the hive where they've snuck inside. What else we got? Now, showing you a book of just text isn't terribly interesting, I have to say. And then we have their final article, which ends up with one of the reporters being killed and the other fearing for his life and possibly about to disappear. And then we've got some octagon totems, ant, fly, termite, wasp. And we detail the insect spirits. And then just page after page of error sending on network as the file is destroyed, as if you're one of the last people to get it out, and some colour plates at the back of the pictures inside. What are these 2 doing? Oh no. Ant warriors after me? Ant queen, the human female with a large egg sac between her legs. This looks like maybe a fly? All images courtesy the Octagon, which is the home base of the Universal Brotherhood. And the adventure basically has them searching for a gemstone called Blood. Somebody's brother has disappeared. They've joined the Brotherhood, and he has taken this gemstone with him. And you have to enter the Brotherhood thinking that they've just gone after him for his riches, but then you find this report. And at the end of one of the game sessions, the players get given the report and they find out what's really going on. And by the end, They will have to assault the ant hive and fight all the insect spirits. And that's Missing Blood. That's the Universal Brotherhood, which, as I said, it's one of my absolute favorites because this is basically a short novel as background information for an adventure. Nigel D. Finley was an amazingly skilled author. He did some fantastic Shadowrun novels, including Burning Bright, which was one of my absolute favorite novels of all time, which also details how insect spirits are taking over. They take over Chicago in that particular book. And I bought that one when I was over in America touring by myself. And being away from my life and reading a novel which changed the world of Shadowrun as insect spirits took over an entire city felt far more impactful. And it might have been just the place I was in my life at that time, alone in a foreign country, but that book just blew my mind and was absolutely amazing. Anyway, that's all I've got for you this time. Thank you very, very much for watching and sticking with me as I went through pages and pages of text. But if you like this kind of thing, please like and subscribe. But most of all, you look after yourselves. And I'll catch you later. Bye now.